What are we doing here? What is up, everybody? What is up? I was hoping to try to change the orientation, but I can't. Sucks. So we're back out here. We are back out here.
I don't care.
Let's go there.
What was that? Nope, almost. Anyway. What's up, Moxie? Oh, Michelle. Oh, you're at lunch? Cool. I'm just replacing the speed sensor in the car. I like to do little repair videos. You at lunch? Working hard? Oh, Cam. Oh. Moxie is your name? Wow. Not good. Should just put your regular name. Uh-huh.
Go in. Open the door.
Didn't you read? Bro, didn't you need my help though? Kind of. I probably could still use it because once I do all that, I can still leave the seat detached if I can't do it myself. But I'm going to give it a couple attempts to get it on. If I can't, then I'm going to do 2 people and we'll get it back in. So it ain't going to be too hard. We'll figure it out. Yeah. This mofo didn't put the rotor with the hole. I have to tell him that next time when I go in for other work. I just noticed that this right here, this hole, there's a hole on the rotor here, on this hub in the back, to go in for a bolt. And he didn't put it on right. Interesting. I have to look into that, see if that's even correct or not. What's up, Jay? No, the other YouTube live was I was trying to get my orientation to put the phone on its side, and it wasn't letting me. But it is what it is. So yeah. Gotcha. What you up to, Jay? Uh-huh. Your uncle's a badass mechanic. Built his own mud trucks for years. Just watch YouTube videos right now. Taught himself. Oh yeah, definitely. And that's the same thing, you know, with this right here. You know, I watched a couple YouTube videos. My biggest challenge with all this was the back seat. And I watched a couple YouTube videos of how exactly to take this off. Swap this around. To take this off with one person. And this dude struggled for like 20-30 minutes getting this back on. And that's kind of what deterred me from putting it in, because these hooks here and the one in the middle, and there's one obviously on that end over there, you know, go in these hook holes right there. And to line them all up perfectly, pressing on the seat so that they get their proper depth in there, trying to do that with one person is a little bit challenging. I'll tell you that. That's a definite for sure. And then obviously there's the bottom half. The bottom half is the easy part. Putting it together and back in was pretty easy. So what we're dealing with today, yeah, that's where you come. That's where you come in. Yeah. Yeah, if I don't get it in, obviously, then, you know, I'll pick you up. We'll come back home and we'll do it together. But from what I understand, is the first one that has to be done is the middle. So we'll have to somehow fold this just a little bit because it's flexible. It's not, you know, rigid. So if we can flex it a little bit, get the first one into that right there, and then the other two should slide down in just fine. That's the game plan. So yeah, what we're going to do today is we're dealing with the speed sensor. For some reason, it is right here behind the seat. And we're going to disconnect it here. And it runs all the way into the side wheel well here. And we're going to pop this out and send it back through. And comes out the wall right here. Down it has this bracket and another bracket on the strut here, or the shock here. And then it runs, I've already disconnected it. As you can see, this one here broke. Apparently, obviously, at some point in time, there was some electrical tape done, and somebody broke it. So this part of the wire is broke, and it's no longer working. Now, obviously, at some point, it was working just fine because my ABS light was not on, so it was broke somewhere. But then it goes all the way. I'm gonna have to flip this bad boy around. It goes all the way around back in here,
Get over here.
right into the back. And so there's this little knob spot here that it plugs into. And so I clipped it into there first since this one was already separated. And then now I have to go here, undo this harness clamp, that harness clamp, and then we'll pull it through and put this whole brand new one on. And it should be a piece of cake. So yeah, that's what we do. Oh my goodness. Just gonna try to slide this over here. Get you guys in there to view it. I'm going to take this 10 millimeter and put it right here on this one bolt. Crack it loose. Right there. Crack her loose. A little bit more. I'm going to separate it. Just do a little bit of turning here. And we're going to save this bolt because we need to save it. Put that down. Pop that part off. So this part is now off. Now we're going to go right into this next one up here on the wall. It's another 10 millimeter. Pop that off. Ooh, still has a little oomph to it. We got that one off, so number 2 is off. And we separate it from the body. There we go. We got that off. It's obviously a really short, quick repair. It isn't going to be, difficult to do. Um, Next, after we already popped these seats off, on a lot of the older model cars of the Camry, the back seat comes in 3 pieces. There's a kind of like a shoulder piece that separates, and then there's the main piece, and then on the other side is another shoulder separation. And all this would require is one of the shoulders to be removed, and you can leave the rest of the back seat on. For some reason, they wanted to change it to one whole piece, which is now actually more of a pain in the ass. So anyway, we're going to go right over here. This here is the speed sensor. We're going to push this tab down right here. I might actually need 2 hands. Hold on. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. There we go. We got one hand. Came right out of there. There's a little pin or stationary spot. And we separated that. And then we're going to come all the way over here. And we got to now push this plug through the whole wheel well. And so we're going to feed that back through, and then it is now out. We're going to come back over here, and now here is the bad speed sensor that we will throw away eventually, and come back over here and reassemble all this back up. So the first part of this, we're going to feed this underneath the brake hose line. We'll start with the first clip.
Over here.
Put in the bolts in there. Tighten it in. Good and tight. The first one is now done. Now how this goes is you take this and you flip it up so that it goes does this loop here. You just take your hand and you hold it right in place there. And we're going to put that screw right through there. And that's how it sits in place. And then we will feed the rest up through the wheel well hole. All right, we'll put you right back down here. Take this bolt. Put the 10 millimeter on it. Just tighten it down. Just a good snug. Right there. And then voila. It is in place. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to feed this through the hole in the body right up here, right there. So then this goes through, and it has this little rubber boot seal. Gotta make sure it seats in there pretty good, so we push it all the way through. Lock it into place like that. And then it's secure to there. All right, so this is secure, this is secure. These wires don't hit nothing because of these brackets. And we're gonna be good to go with that. Next, we gotta get up here, go on the inside. And go on the inside. And now the wire has came through. We're gonna take it up here and we just plug it right into the other connector. Just like that. And it is now pull this all the way out nice and snug. So this inner ring is here pressing down. So it's, I can't push it or pull it. No water can get in to soak my back seat. You know, dirt, debris. Got to make sure that that is snug. So that is completely changed. Not a really hard job to do. For some reason, the light hasn't gone off, so I'm gonna have to contact my mechanic and see if there's anything else that I need to do to get that light to go off. But right now, speed sensor's in there good. and we should be good to go. I obviously probably can't film me putting this back seat in, as I'm gonna need both my hands. I don't have a tripod, and to prop this phone up on something, it's gonna be a little bit challenging and kind of just unnecessary. But like I said, basically, gonna take this seat with these 3 hooks, 1, 2, and then 3 way over there. They're going to go into this for the left side, that center spot for the center hook, and all the way over there is going to be the other black one with the other click. So what's going on, Pac-Man? Yes, we are out here. I just got done changing my speed sensor for the rear wheel. This is where it connects into. Just a little recap for you. And it runs all the way down and goes into the wheel well of the car. And then obviously out over here comes through the hole and then plugs into the back of the wheel bearing. Just a simple plug. So that's about it. Like I said, I am going to be contacting my mechanic just to kind of figure out what's up with the light on the dash and get that thing to turn off. This right here is the old one. As you can see here, let me get some better light. There we go. It's just all damaged. This is usually where the damage happens anyway. And there's electrical tape on it, so this was done before I even purchased the car. But for some reason the light wasn't on. So, yeah. Dispose over here in the dumpster. And we will be good to go. Yes, Inc. We did fix the car. The speed sensor that it did break on my wheel bearing attempt in the driveway was replaced actually by the mechanic. And then when I had a rotor that had a warranty on it go bad on this side, he then showed me that this speed sensor was damaged, as I just showed before I threw it away. The wire was broke on it. So we plugged her in, ran it, attached it, sent it through the hole, brought it through, came up, plugged it in. So it's all good to go. But for some reason, as I just kind of turned the car on, was that the light did not go off. So I don't know if the code needs to be cleared with a computer or what. We'll have to be determined on that. But my next project, here's the thing, Inc. was the wheel bearing needed to be heated up. It was so rusted, and I'm kind of glad I had my mechanic do it, because as I was sitting in the waiting room listening to him, outside, he was beating on this thing for a good 20 minutes. And he had to use his torch to heat it up and get it off. So I don't have any of that type of stuff. It would have been a fruitless attempt for me to do it anyway. Oh yeah, I had a sledge. I had like a mini sledgehammer to smack it, and like I said, when you're dealing with rust, you know, I sprayed the crap out of it with that penetrating buster stuff that I bought, and it just didn't budge. I beat the shit out of it. What's up, Susie? How you doing? Yeah, they get hella stuck, and so like I said, I'm glad that he did it because I would have probably destroyed the um, outer metal splash guard, debris guard for the rotor. Um, but yeah, unhook the battery to clear the code. I will actually do that because I actually have to give that guy a little bit of a cleaning. So yeah, I will unhook my battery and clear the code. That's kind of what I was thinking was my next thing. That's one of the reasons why I popped the hood. I'm doing pretty good, Susie. I'm just doing a little bit of car repair. I hope you're doing good with your, getting better with your COVID. Um, maybe you're over the worst part of that hump. Uh, you drive chisels behind them usually. Okay. I don't think I actually have a chisel. I might have actually a wood chisel. I don't have a metal chisel. So that would have been a purchase that I would have had to have gambled on to see if it would have worked. Yep. Yes, it's a Camry. It's an 11 Camry. Yep. One of the pretty good years with this 4-cylinder. We got quite a bit of mileage on this thing. It's 240,000 miles, 230 or 240,000 miles on it. And I've had it for a little over 4 years. I bought it at 120. I figured I knew I'd be able to double that easily, which I did. The only thing I had to do with this is I'd have to put a tranny in it, get it rebuilt, and a alternator here. But yeah, battery, usual tires, stuff like that. Yeah, they're really good. This is a really good car. I can go from here in Pennsylvania and I can make it to Chicago, the Illinois state line on 1 tank of gas. So that's 400 and 15, 20 miles on a 1 tank. Two timing belts and it's still going. Yep. I'm considering eventually probably gonna do that. Another one of the reasons why I popped the hood here. The worst part is over. That's good to hear. Good to hear, Susie. The next project that I'm going to be doing myself is the dog bone motor mount. My motor mounts are bad. If I were to grab the front end framing of this car and rock it back and forth, the engine will move a little bit. So I gotta change this one because this is bad, and I gotta change the front one right there. The thing is with this front one, my confidence kind of takes a dip. So I may end up having the mechanic do that one. But to save me some money, I'm going to should be able to do this myself and do that. So that's going to be next on the agenda. When springtime rolls around, I am going to be replacing my whole front plastic bumper. I got one priced on eBay for $180, and I'm going to get it here. I already have the spray paint color matched in a spray paint can, so we will be painting it, clear coating it, and then we're going to slap it on. A lot of my challenges is these bolts here. There's two main ones that are rusted, and they're rusted underneath in the cage bolt piece at the end. So I have to Dremel them or cutting wheel and chop them off and replace those, just so they have a lot more firmer securing front end. The other, obviously, because how I found all this out was I replaced my headlights here. They were just so scuffed and had that fogginess to them. And I thought about trying to resurface them, but I actually did that about a year or so ago. I resurfaced them, and they didn't turn out that great. One actually looked better than the other. I redid the one that didn't look good, and it exactly, the rust. Yeah, the rust here is real. But you know, I bought this car in Chicago, so it was already exposed to it. So fortunately, you know, everything I got down here is all, you know, plastic lower spoilers, spoiler kits down here, so it's protecting any type of edge rust. I have no visible rust on this car at all anyway, so it's really nice. You know, everybody, you know, worries about these wheel wells. My wheel wells are really good, so everything is great. We're definitely going to keep this car. It's still running, still doing well. Like I said, I just got to replace this front bumper. A lot of it got damaged up here while I was in the winter times, because I was out door dashing, and I was door dashing before the plows even came out, so I was doing a lot of snow pushing. And yeah, I believe that too. They do have better rust protection. I was doing a lot of snow pushing, and so it popped out my front plastic grill spoiler. I ran it over and destroyed it in the winter. I couldn't salvage it, but I have a very low clearance on this car because it's the, you know, sport body package, and this spoiler is really low, and it's only probably, you know, 8 inches, and I was just pushing a ton of snow, and it popped out my side clip, cracked it literally right off, because there's supposed to be a horizontal piece going across with a hole in it. So that's destroyed. I even tried to mix a little JB weld. That didn't work. Yeah, the JB weld didn't work. That kind of sucks. So lots of projects for this car. You know, nothing too crazy. You know, just normal maintenance. I didn't do a lot of maintenance on it, you know, the first couple years I was here, because I was poor as hell. It was COVID, and Just kind of just relying on its goodwill to get me through until this time that I can repay it and thank it for such great service. And that's where we're at. Right, yeah, they're definitely, they're made here in America. I think mine is made in Kentucky, if I remember. Yeah, I think mine's in Kentucky. So definitely a good car. I didn't pay too much for it. Let's see here, where are we at? Yep, Kentucky, right? Nope. Right there, Kentucky. When you were also made in Kentucky? That's funny. Nice. Yeah, I don't know when the port ends. I mean, looking for a moment to get your head above water, and it's gonna be fine. So yeah, after I do a little battery cleaning, I'm gonna the post off to do the reset, and we'll see if that works. And then the next project, like I said, is the wishbone, and do that one, and then the front one, and then we'll be good. I think if I slap just temporarily some tape here, just to get it back just to get it past the safety inspection that I got to do. I got a mechanic that's a kind of a lick 'em and stick 'em, so we'll see if he'll let me pass by with just some tape on that front body part and get her going. I thank all you guys for coming out. We're going to shut this thing down, and I appreciate all the few likes that I got. And don't forget to share it if you were able to share it. And that pretty much sums it up. Just a rear right side speed sensor installed, and it's good to go. You know, I was thinking about the self-tapping screws. That's exactly what the mechanic told me to do. And it's like, damn, man, I don't want screws to be visible. But then I sat there and thought, if I don't know, if I try to discreetly put them in, maybe it might work, maybe not. We'll see. But we'll give it a go. We're gonna give it some look over with maybe with the next good weather here, and try to see if we can do a temporary fix to the spring. Right. Yeah, I see the lip right there. Yeah. The thing is, I'm also missing some hardware. I'm missing that screw right there that has that two-sided clip that holds these two together. I'm actually missing that. And that hole on the plastic fender is kind of destroyed a little bit. It's not really the greatest hole. So it's going to be a little challenging to kind of work this in, get it to work. Right, yeah. I was thinking, well, I got to do a lot of the splash cover stuff underneath is, missing. damaged, missing the clips and the screws for those. So when I bought it and I first started taking it apart, I found some rivets. Yeah, I found some rivets put into that area. So this was already damaged before I got the car as well. And it finally just came loose. So, but yeah, another day. So we are going to call it a night or an afternoon. We're done. I got to see if I can use two hands, put this back together, reset the codes by doing the battery thing, and then that's about it for today. That was all on my to-do list. Peace, everybody. Thank you so much, guys, for watching.